time to actually glitch. Freaking OBS. So, how are you doing, Riley?
I'm fine. I'm going to a dinner tonight
Oh,
with my family.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the last time we went out to eat like this was more than 20 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was a Mother's Day, probably dinner if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Since then, we actually had such a horrible experience that we no longer do this. We rather spend our nights and maybe mornings at home. Let's see how far we are into the song. Oh, well, not much. So, yeah. What are we doing tonight? Yeah, while the intro plays and I launch some, some ad. Hold on. You know the worst part? I'm getting kinda hungry. Let's see how the rest of the scenes are actually going. Oh no! I did something horrible. It's not going to show the stream elements stuff because I said, yeah, you have to refresh and shut down every time you show up. Damn. So for a couple of for a little bit, it's not going to show anything on chat. That's unfortunate. Well, lesson learned. Maybe in the next couple of days I can, what is it called? I can share my sources with my other computer that I use to stream hardware, hardware games. So yeah, probably next week we can play something a little more different like Siren, because okay, let's see, transition. So sorry if I've been offline for a couple of days, viewers. Gosh darn it, the fucking timer is not working. Let's see. I've been having a little bit of anxiety issues, you know. I know. It's not such a huge big of a deal. It's just that I am I naturally suffer from a little bit of anxiety, you know. I have these stage fright bouts from time to time. Let's see, add timer. Oh, it is working. So, um, yeah, and I'll actually be full transparent with you guys. It's more that sometimes, and I know Riley gave me a pep talk this morning, but it's more like I sometimes it does feel that I shouldn't be wasting my time streaming, you know. I should be studying and preparing myself to get an actual job and stuff like that. But in the pep talk that Riley gave me, he was like, "Yeah, you shouldn't worry about that, especially because you kinda make money out of it, you know, out of streaming. So it I mean, it's not necessarily like some sort of passive income, you know, but it does help, you know, and I need to push forward in order for me to get some, I don't know, a couple of US cents in my account. Probably in the future, I don't know, some kind of sponsorship. And yeah, just push forward. And if getting a job is more like, yeah, a pressing need of sorts, I could try to, I don't know, work in a nearby grocery shop or on a bakery. I don't know. But meanwhile, yeah, it feels like I'm just running in circles and wasting my time, which made me wonder if I don't know I could try to make some other stuff on stream like, and I was also commenting with Riley about that. Like, why don't you try to build a computer on stream? Of course, it's not like a gaming computer, it's more like a retro computer that my friends and I had working at the lab. You know, I have the components. I only need to look for the data sheet so I can see what is it called? Um, so I can have the measurements of the components so I can make the footprints and I don't know, like, damn it, I forgot the name. And symbols for a EDA or EDA, like electronic design suit or something like that. So I could stream myself working on KiCad or something like that. Um, Also, I have other plans as well, such, I don't know, back during the pandemic, I joked that I would record a video of me doing calisthenics dressed, cosplaying as a Stoffel, you know, the ultimate fanboy. And when I said, well, I don't know if I could actually have the heart to record myself doing that. A friend joked, well, if you can't record, why don't you stream? So I was thinking maybe someday, I don't know if my gym has any sort of problems or issues with, you know, cosplay. Maybe they would think it is a bit too tacky or it doesn't comply with, what is it called? So, by the way, this is Riley. He is a good friend of mine. He is my co-commentator, and yeah, he's the one who gave me the pep talk to press forward. You know, just keep going forward. You have to be consistent. You have to put some effort into it. So I'll try for him. So what are we doing tonight? Another reason why I was so anxious about streaming lately is because I essentially put myself into a corner because okay, as much as Signalis was giving me like consistent views, you know. By the way, I should probably start downloading my own shit again because if I'm not mistaken, my VOD will go offline tonight or maybe tomorrow morning, and I haven't backed that up already. You know, yep, it is going down, and it was such a huge VOD as well, which was my JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, for the PS1. Uh, and as tired as I was by the end of the stream, I actually loved doing that, So I have, and I don't care if you actually throttle my internet connection a little bit now. I have to do the backup for it. So let's see, 110990 642. There you go. I don't care if you throttle my net a little bit. I have to download it. Um, Another thing I was talking about with um, with Riley was that I really, really should make my VOD channel for a couple of reasons, right? Because, okay, just like I did it right now, um, I do download my own VODs and keep them stored. However, um, I'm kind of afraid of criticism, at least when I finish doing my stuff here on Twitch, it's like sealed, you know. So so people wouldn't troll me, like, yeah, he has a bad pronunciation, he has a bad accent or something like that. I'm afraid that if I upload my stuff, and okay, it is pretentious of me to think that once that I start uploading my shit to YouTube, I will get instantly famous. Okay, don't think that. I am not um like removed from reality like this. Okay, I'll try. But also because I have large creative issues, I always try to not try, but I strive to be a little bit original, One of the reasons I stopped streaming a couple of years ago was not only like exhaustion, but it was because I ran out of jokes to make, I back in the day I had like cool subtitles for my stream, and I pretty much ran out of juice, uh, I couldn't, uh, as much as I tried, I couldn't find the creativity to get back on my feet. So I was like, okay, um, I ran out of creativity. I have to get a job, and I did. I found an internship working at City Hall, which I talk from time to time during my own streams and with my Twitch friends. And streaming was kind of hard, college and internship by night. So I also ended up getting exhausted, not only creatively, but also physically and probably mentally. However, for some reason, and I don't know what happened, I came back to streaming a little more. Um I think these couple of last streams I did was because it was Pride Month, so I was, feeling a little bit better with myself. And one of my friends was just like, "Yeah, happy Yuri Day," and start streaming. And I was like, "Damn, today is the real Pride Day of June." So I was like, "Okay, I want to stream something cool," and I already did some what is it called? Some configurations to Signalis that I could actually play the game without stuttering so much, and I started playing the game. And from there, it's basically snowballed, you know, into playing more other games. So here I am, back on my feet again, with, of course, a lot of help from my friends, uh, including emotional support from Riley. So today, since I was like, I don't have any other cool games to play, I thought maybe I could do another Redux. Since a couple of weeks ago I decided to replay Resident Evil 2 for Dawn. I was like, there was another game that I wanted to play, that I used to play on Friends Months 4 years ago, which was, as you can pretty much see from the title, Catsuo's Choice. By the way, uh, from here now on, referred simply as Cat because that's how we actually call her friend. Just just short for Filthy Catsuo. Um, I was going to say, in you could be very easily taken out of, what is it called, context. She's no longer with us. No, she didn't die. The problem is that, well, unlike me, she's a very smart woman, and she's actually pursuing her PhD right now. So, besides a couple of health problems, not necessarily like life threatening, but she has like carpal tunnel syndrome, and she couldn't play anymore. So in a sense, Kat is kind of retired. I wish she could come back to play, the games she used to play, especially because Silk Song is coming. I think one of her favorite games. Even though it was responsible for worsening her carpal tunnel, I remember she liked, what was that game again with the bug? Hollow Knight. Yeah, Hollow Knight a lot. And Silksong is going to release sometime soon. I've known people that basically fully transitioned from male to female in the meantime that Silksong was in development hell. So I think I think no more people will actually have that much time to transition in between developments, especially because it was supposedly announced, supposedly. Um, so I wish she could come back to play. She sometimes do, she sometimes does show up, but it's rare. It's basically like a lightning on a clear sky, you know. And she's usually doesn't warn when she streams. It's basically all surprise. But yeah, so the story behind the fact that Kat was actually asked me to play to play Parasite Eve back in the day was because even though I have original hardware, um, I couldn't play the game because I didn't have a capture card or an upscaler to feed video into it, you know. So she was like, "Okay, I just know the perfect game that you can play, Pixie, and it is Parasite Eve, and that's what we are going to do tonight for a couple of hours, probably 3 hours. I don't know. Um, I know I've played this game 4 years ago. I know it's more of an RPG than a survival horror, which is kind of funny because, okay, even more story time. Even though I know I've been yapping for 19 minutes. Back in the 90s, Squaresoft was trying to broaden their horizon, and they did a lot of experimenting, And one of those was actually like basically, what if we made our own Resident Evil, but not so much survival horror. And Parasite Eve was made. Another game by Squaresoft. I shouldn't say Square Enix. It was Squaresoft back in the day. Believe it or not, Riley, it was a racing game with, guess again, RPG elements. If I'm not mistaken, it's called like Racing Lagoon. In homage to uh, No, it's not Black Lagoon. I'm talking out of my ass. It's it was another obscure RPG that was translated by Aeon Genesis back in the 90s. It wasn't Blue Lagoon. I'm tripping. But it was something like that. And it's basically like a racing game with RPG elements. And if I'm not mistaken, a translation patch for that game was recently released because Racing Lagoon was only released in Japan. And today I saw Listar. I watched her play a little bit of Racing Lagoon on her channel. I don't know if she's still online. Let me check because I like giving shout outs to people, but I hate disturbing them. So I want to see if she's actually offline before I give her a shout out in my own channel. The reason is because I don't want her to think that I'm doing like trying to um trying to sip into her stream, by giving a shout out while I'm still on while both of us are still online. But I like watching her. My own chat. Yeah, I don't know. But let's give a shout out to her. Shout out Listar. I think that's how you spell her name. Her username, by the way. Oh yeah, that's her. She's an awesome player, and she has an awesome sense of humor. Basically, everything I've been learning of North American culture, not just mostly United States, but most of the things I missed when I was a teenager, I essentially learned from watching her streams. And sometimes when she needs to set up new stuff or go to the bathroom and stuff, she puts like a BRB screen full of you know ads from the 90s. It's interesting to see. I wish I could mirror that someday, but once again, um, I try to be original, not so much for myself, but because I don't want to be accused of stealing stuff from people. But the way she does things, it's awesome. So, so yeah, I was watching her play Racing Lagoon. Just I don't know, like giving a little bit of context why probably Parasite Eve exists. So, which without further ado, let's start the game. I hope there's not a huge delay in my stream. Oh, it kind of feels like it, like basically like a 20 seconds. Published by Square Electronic Arts LLC. Nah, it wouldn't be. What is happening? Why is it stuttering so much? By the way, I remember back in the day, like, people used to... Oh my god, what's happening? Resonance! Resonance in this game? No! I just escaped from Signalis. You don't talk about resonance. By the by the way, I do remember watching H.C. Bailey back in the day. Like, and he talked how Parasite Eve was called... That's C code, right? I think that's C. It looks like C code. But I do remember H.C. Bailey talking that back in the day, Squaresoft advertised Parasite Eve like a cinematic RPG or something like that. And from what we're seeing right now, well, that might as well be the truth. Which is kind of funny to call Parasite Eve exclusively a cinematic RPG, because, well, we already had like Final Fantasy VII by the time Parasite Eve was released, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was released between like Final Fantasy 8 to 9. By the way, I am extremely sorry for the stuttering. My computer, my laptop is not what it used to be. See, 1998. If I'm not mistaken, Final Fantasy VII was 1997. And I think Final Fantasy VIII was released like some day in the 9th month. Okay, it was the 9th day of the 9th month of 1999, just because I remember the advertising being like the 9999, you know. So, game. Oh my god. Yeah, this is actually bad, boys. And girls and everything in between. Somehow we have a tutorial. Let's see what that's all about. I do have a save file from... Okay, tutorial, how to use the controller, about icons, about battle screen, how to save, and return to main title. So, yeah, I do have a save file from 4 years ago, when I played the game for Cat. So, I don't know, let's... The fact that I have to actually use the analog sticks instead of the D-pad to navigate the menus, it's a little bit jarring, you know? I've always believed... Nah, it's more like... D-pad is excellent for 2D navigation, and the analog sticks are good for 3D navigation. It just feels wrong, you know? Okay, how to use the controller. Let me just kill some other tabs here, because, well, those shouldn't exist. Maybe that's why the game is stuttering so much. And yeah, by the way, the same challenge from the other from the other stream, which I avoid to say actually so fucking much, is still on. And someday I will go through my other VODs and see how many times I said actually, okay? Okay, move the character, select a message, move item, weapon or armor, and move character. Field screen, pause and restart. Battle screen, pause and restart. Menu, field, talk to characters, open treasure boxes, execute dialogue option, activate switches, execute selected command, okay, skip a command, press while the character is moving and the character will run. Oh, okay. Close the menu window, yeah. By the way, even though it is a JRPG, it does look like you select stuff with X or cross. By the way, do people say X or cross for the PS family controllers, Riley? Oh, I see. Let's see, select an item. Okay. Oh, we are going through the same thing with. Oh no, get back! I want to know lore about the analog controller, because it's basically the same thing. Let's see. Note: to use the analog mode, press the analog mode switch, and the LED will turn red. When the LED, oh my god, LED will turn red. When the LED is turned off, it will be used the same way as a controller. Which is kind of interesting. This means that in the early controllers, the LED was red. I clearly remember, and this might be because my friends had the PS1 instead of the PSX back in the day. I remember the controllers of the PS1 Slim having a green LED instead of a red LED. So a little bit of a trivia of sorts. Okay, about items. Display icon displays all the items you have. Items in use are indicated in blue. Enables you to use, discard, or move an item and reload bullets. Sweet. PE icon displays Parasite Energy PE, usable at your current level. Select the PE with your directional button or left stick to use it. PE in gray indicates the PE gauge isn't sufficient, or PE cannot be used at that location. Nice. Weapon icon displays the information on all weapons in your inventory. Can view additional effects of each weapon and compare the equipped weapon to others in your inventory. Weapons can be switched in the field and during a battle. Armor display the information on all armor in your inventory. Can view additional effects of each armor and compare the equipped armor to others in your inventory. Okay, so pretty much like a common RPG. System icon adjust sound, position of the cursor, and the window color to personal preference. Sort, yeah. By the way, this is more crucial. I'm just keeping it because people are not here to pretend I'm reading an audiobook to them, right? Bonus points. 1 BP counts as 1 point, can be divided up between parameters and item capacity. The more damage taken during a battle, the less BP you receive. This means get good. Battle screen. Okay, let's see how to save. You can save the game data by using the phones in the game field. Move in front of the phone, press the X button, and you will call NYPD headquarters. That's interesting. You can then select which file to store the data and save your game. There are several types of phones throughout the game. By the way, it's one of the things I actually want to do in my room. I am saving a little bit of money so I can buy a landline phone type and use as a prop in my bedroom, you know. Because the bedroom is supposed to be like a safe room of sorts, you know. I already, of all things, I've got a typewriter to emulate the Resident Evil typewriter in the safe rooms. I wish I can, in the future, buy a land phone, you know, landline phone. And maybe in the future, I don't know, get a prop Mac computer. So I have basically like the three main save icons of games, and that would be the Signalis CRT monitor, you know. So about battle screen, which I saved for last. When you enter a battle, the AT, HP, and PA gauges are displayed. Avoid enemy attacks using your directional button or left stick until the AT gauge fills up. The key is to keep enough distance to avoid being hit, but stay close enough to attack when your AT gauge is full. When the AT gauge is full, press the X button to get into attack mode. You are more likely to miss if the enemy is outside the green hit range dome. You can select which enemy to attack by moving the red target mark to the left or right using the directional button or left stick. When the AT gauge is full, you can also use an item. Oh, yeah. So some games do bypass like the active battle system. So you can, for example, if I'm not mistaken, using an item in Final Fantasy 12 is a free action. You can use an item without having to feel like a kill gauge or something, if I remember correctly. Not on old games, it seems. I haven't played a lot of Final Fantasy 4. If I'm not mistaken, Final Fantasy 4 has active. Final Fantasy 5 maybe? It does, if I recall correctly. Basically, all old Final Fantasies might have the active battle system. So I don't know if I can use an item for free. It doesn't seem to be the case for this game. Open the menu screen with the triangle button and select the item icon. Select an item with the directional button or left stick. Then press the X button to use that item. You can also use the weapon or armor icon to switch up equipment during battle. The mitochondria inside Aya, I think it's Aya's body give her special powers called Parasite Energy, RPE. To use your RPE, open the menu screen with the triangle button, select the PE you want to use, and press the X button. Depending on the PE gauge condition, some PE powers may not be usable. When you encounter an enemy, you can avoid battle by opening the menu screen with the triangle button and selecting Escape Command. If successful, the battle will end and you will not receive experience point or bonus points. If the Escape Command is unsuccessful, battle will resume. Will I be punished? For example, if I try to escape a battle, but do it anyway, if I fail escaping, like, does it reduce my bonus points? It doesn't say so. The game is over if Aya's HP reaches 0 during battle. You will need to use medicine items and some PE powers wisely in order to restore her HP. Also, by saving your game at various save points in the game field, you can start from where you left off after the game is over. Yeah, so once again, pretty run-of-the-mill game. But I think in the 90s was pretty much like a new thing. Even though like Final Fantasy 8 and Final Fantasy 7, 8 were basically like current day. It wasn't like medieval or fantasy medieval of some sort. So we are going to start a new game, just like 4 years ago. By the way, I've been thinking of what Riley said to me a couple of days ago. Like, yeah, why don't you try to set up donations? And okay, I'm still shy. I don't like asking for donations, or even I could. I can do that for free. I think it's more out of Catholic guilt and the fact that, yeah, I don't see like have being open to donations as a good thing. For themselves. What's wrong? You're the one who wanted to come to the opera. Do I have to actually press a button? Fuck, I said actually. Name, Aya Brea. Hmm. Name, Aya Brea. Age, 25. Occupation, NYPD officer. Um, and you can set up a custom name for her if you so desire. I think Aya is just fine. And yeah, I could think of other cute and pretty names, but let's not use them, okay? Let's go with Aya. Ayabra. I haven't seen that. By the way, oh, oh, okay. I don't know. You're right. I'll try to have more fun. Aren't you glad you decided to go out with me? Oh my god, he's insufferable, right? I even had my dad get the best seats for us tonight. So lighten up. We're going to have a great time. You see. Oh, he's telling her to smile more. You already know how bad this is. Darman, please take your seats. The show's about to start. And you, enjoy the show. Yeah, it's something I share with you, and I truly don't know if this is more like a human condition or it's because both of us are autistic. But yeah, come on, we better go outside. Go inside. Okay, are you coming? No, he's not coming. I love sound design. Come back here. Come. Hey, ho, ha! Say something to me. I'll slowly turn in place. I mean, technically I would. That's how I try to be not autistic in real life. I try to start and strike random. Yeah. Yeah. Oh damn! Not. Oh my god. Hmm. Everybody hated that, from Fallout. Let's get to our seats. They've already started the first act. Already? Damn, they don't waste any time. Oh. Oh, damn, I missed the dialogue. Damn it. Oh, father, give me permission to marry Eva. I think that was the dialogue. I forbid it. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, remember when um, people complained that they. By the way, this is weird. It's not so much because they complained. They were expecting Hotline Miami 2 to be exactly like Hotline Miami 1. And this is why the fans, the group called the fans in Hotline Miami 2 actually exists. It's so that it's more like a jab at the people that didn't want the game to be just a tad different from one, Hotline Miami 1. So from what you're telling me, I gather that those people wanted Death Stranding 1 to be exactly the same as Death Stranding 2 to be exactly the same as Death Stranding 1. Hmm. You see why. There is actually... Okay, fuck, I said it again. There is a lore explanation to why they are setting themselves up and on fire, like spontaneous combustion, and it has everything to do with the powerhouse of the cell, you know. But no, really, it has everything to do with the mitochondria. Albert Wesker? Oh yeah, it's not Alex. It was. You're thinking of Alexia, right? Yeah. I. Hmm. Yeah. Jesus, I don't wanna. Oh my god, I. Go, get out of here now! She just bumps him like that. He's useless. I am. Man be complaining. Yeah. I am running very slowly. Freeze! NYPD! You're the only one who seems to be fine. What? By the way, this is me trying to do my best at mommy voice. I know I have to voice train. Yet, you see. You should be awakening soon. Yeah. You should be Huh, charismatic, you say? Okay, I'll try. You should be awakening soon. What are you talking about? Listen, your cells are trying to communicate. They're calling out. Oh shit. Bing. Oh damn, I missed the dialogue. What's happening? My body, it's getting hot. I mean, she's a pretty young girl. Of course her body is getting hot. Damn, I wish that happened to me. Just as I thought. What is this? What did you do to me? Okay, let's bait her laser again. And shoot her again. Come on. Fire your laser! I know, I am old. Our bodies are trying to communicate with each other. What? Communicating what? What do you want? The more you use that power, the more you will become like me. Power? What power? Who are you? Eve. Eve? I'm surprised you didn't know me, Aya. You should know me well. What? Flashbacks. What? What is this? What was that? Wait, where are you going? I'm not through with you yet. And she goes backstage. Um, let's see if there's somewhere else I can actually go. Damn it! I said actually again. That's not the backstage I have to go, right? She went left. And I can't go left. This is the same backstage. I know she's down there. What's up with girls in survivor horrors and having to go down in holes? Sounds like my backups arrived. Forget it. Can I go back? Will people be there waiting for me? No? No one showed up. Damn it. Hold on, I want to see what dialogue was that. I know she's down there. Okay, just jump down. It is not like it matters, right? Creepchild. Are you alone? It's dangerous here. You should go. And the child just phases away. That girl. It couldn't be. Let's see. There are iron rings on the side. I can use them to climb out. Uh, Forget it. Let's just try to follow our hallucination because why not? It's locked. By the way, just like an RPG, this game has random battles. So don't freak out if we're just walking. Row! I beg to differ. So don't freak out. By the way, I remember when I played the game 4 years ago, I stole a joke from H.C. Bailey, which he joked like the New York City rats were getting bigger and bigger by the year. Just to rectify, because plagiarism is wrong. And yeah, the game. Whoa, whoa! Let me move. Let me move. Let me move. Let me move. Stay away from me, rat. I got 2 experience points and 1 item. And yeah, I can actually obtain all of them. The game does have random battles, you know? So, like, even though the corridor it's like completely empty, uh, you will hear a heartbeat and be like dum dum, and one of the best songs in the game will start playing, which Arise Within You. You guys can actually, damn it, you can look for the soundtrack for the game on YouTube, and the random battle theme for Parasite Eve is called Arise Within You. Okay. Oh, charred bodies, which I cannot investigate for some reason. Nothing here. Nothing. Yeah, the game will try its best just to make it look like it is a survival horror, and those guys will jump at you. You're still alive! Hold on, let me call the paramedics. Lisa, I don't think that guy will be very happy to go on living the state he is, Aya. She's a monster. Don't try to talk now. Melissa, you mean the main actress? Oh, it's a girl. Oh my god, actress. She's probably got to Suzanne too. You have to stop. Oh, why am I doing a male voice to another girl? Oh my god, I'm sorry. She's probably got Suzanne too. You have to stop her. No, please, wake up. Hang in there. Aya, if that girl was alive, the best you could do was a mercy kill. Medicine. Okay, got medicine. But unlike other games that have what is it called? Damn it, I forgot the name. Random battles. If I'm not mistaken, Parasite Eve, instead of having like a complete zone of random battles, it works more like a path. So basically, you can avoid some random battles in the game. I could be wrong though. I could be misremembering from what I watched. Ah! Here, take it, everything. It's all on the counter. Don't scare me. Don't scare me. I'm with the NYPD. You're the one who scared me, lady. I was just getting ready. You know, only staff are allowed in here. There was an incident here. You have to evacuate. What? You're kidding, right? Hey, I'm not dying here tonight. See ya. Bye, Kafka. Oh my god. He was probably eaten by a monster. He's going to turn into Asmongold? Come on, open the locker. Come on, I'm pressing the button. God damn, the locker didn't want to open. Nothing. Oh, I got ammo. By the way, yeah, it's not like I have infinite ammo for the battle. You have to find ammo throughout the game, which is an interesting choice to say the least. It's locked. It's locked. It was blocked by the flash. Oh, and a fucking charred body, yes. By the way, here you can see the telephone. You can actually save the... Fuck! You can save the game here. I'd better notify the department about what happened here. Will you save her progress? Yes. Checking memory card, do not insert. Okay. Oh yeah, I do have a save file which I named Aya Zoe in homage to one of my OCs I was designing back during the pandemic. I think level 7? That's weird, I don't remember going that far back in the day, but anyway, let's override, it's not that important. Okay. I save theater. By the way, they kinda give you a save file because if I'm not mistaken, if you interact with the thing.
Hi! Hi! Help! Help!
It turns into an enemy, if I'm not mistaken. It is supposed to turn into an enemy. It just falls over. Come on, I do remember one of the parrots turning into an enemy. I can't be wrong. Come on. Oh yeah, I think it happens if you try to interact it with again. Or maybe I'm just fucking wrong. Oh no, I just picked up the telephone. Silly me, haha. Oh, medicine. There was something back here. Drop it. Oh, these is essentially like the locker, I guess. I didn't remember the game having a locker mechanic, just like other survivor horrors. Funny. Let me walk. Locked. Locked. The lock is defective. Signalis. What am I missing here? Damn it! Random battle. Oh, 2 of them. I'm not prepared to 2 of them. Oh, crap. By the way, I think that the game can actually like make you waste bullets if the enemy just like you target an enemy with 2 bullets and only use 1. I think you still use 2 bullets anyway. By the way, just like you guys saw, bullets are easily replenished when you finish the battle successfully, you know. This is weird. Let's see. I am most likely missing something here. God damn it. Fucking rats. Just because I was like, yeah, I just need 1 bullet to deal with them. He decides to actually take 2 fucking bullets. Silly me, right? Haha. I don't think that the enemies scale. Like, yeah, you beat the enemy and they level up with you. Locked. Locked. I did check the last room there, right? Locked. It's that clown from the dressing room. Yeah. He got lit up. Poor man. I think I actually have to go. Damn it. I have to go up and then go down again. I don't know. Nothing? Nothing? Tralala? Where's the fucking reinforcements, by the way? Shouldn't they be here already? Oh well. Yeah, just like every good survival horror adjacent game, it has to make me go in circles. Because why not, right? As long as you know, make some experience out of the game, you know, out of the enemies. It's stupid rats. Rats! Come on, boys. I love getting criticals like this. Got him. Locked. Locked. This is the only open room, right? There should be something extra here. Maybe it's trying to force me into investigating the locker and see if there's anything down. Drop an item? No. No, nothing? Really? Maybe something on the desk? No? I love walking really slow. Maybe something on the drawers, maybe? Maybe her diary. I remember like having access to reading her diary. Nothing? Nothing again? Let's see. I'm just pressing X all over the fuck, all over the place. I hate when the game stutters like this, you know? Freaks me out every single time. Come on, if I go down. Okay, no rats this time. Locked. Holy shit, I'm stuck in place. Locked. Come on. There's nowhere else I could try to go unless like go see reinforcements. I don't know. They didn't show up there. Maybe I have to go back even more screens because that's how, I don't know, RPGs used to work back in the day. Maybe someone will give me like keys for the backstage. I could be wrong. Yes, of course, why not? Wait, I'm a cop! I'm with the with the NYPD. Yeah, unfortunately, a cab includes Aya or a cab. I don't know. What? Hold on, I'm going to take out my badge. Don't shoot. Yeah, and with real cops, maybe she would have been shot already. I don't know. But yeah, she's a white, blonde, uh, clear eyes lady. Maybe not. Her eyes are green, right? They are not blue, if I recall correctly. I wonder if that thing called spontaneous combustion. Who knows, huh? You think it will be on TV? Paramedic. Uh, hope this becomes a TV movie or something. Let me patch you up. Come on, man. So I think he gives us a free heal. That better be a free heal. Let's see. Active time chew, item capacity. Uh, oh yeah, HP is down there. 53 out of 53. I guess we're good. Hey, why don't you have any injuries? Don't ask me. That's something I wanna know. Everyone got burned. A lot of them probably won't make it. Uh, like I said, being a victim of extreme burns like that, they probably don't want to make it. Just a hunch. Hey, I've got the same gun. I've got bullets if that's what you want. Can I get more? Even more? More? Wow. Essentially, you will never run out if that's what I'm getting from the game. Let me see his dialogue again. Oh, so they were indicating that it was the paramedic talking. I was just like, yeah, that's weird. Okay, so sure. Nothing. Can't investigate this guy. So the game does have like an idea of survival horror, trying to unnerve you like that by having completely silent segments. But it is a survival horror more on the concept, you know? It's not necessarily enforced. Because for example, Resident Evil 2 was kicking my ass because you actually, damn it, you have to do ammo management, you know. Can I go back? No, it's just like, yeah, I can climb up. Forget it. Which does mean I am doing something wrong on those uh in these rooms. I have to actually search for something there. By the way, people, I know I am completely dumb. Back when I was playtesting Signalis, uh, damn it, those rats. damn it. Should I get out of the way? I was like, damn, what do I have to do? And yeah, I didn't see that I could interact with the tape. It should be something around here. I'm pressing X all over the place. Why am I not seeing what I should see? And I was like, damn, how do I get out of here? And it was just like the intro of the game. And I was like, damn, man, it can't be. I'm getting filtered like this. Locked. Locked. I can enter here. This is the save room. Nothing changes here unless I have to. What's this? Oh, don't fucking tell me. Come on. Okay, I'll just save the game again. Do you wanna save? You're going to regret this later. Or something like that from Signalis. Come on, man. Wait, shouldn't... Oh, so this is the room with the evil parrot. Yeah, let's...
Merry Christmas. Goodbye.
Oh. Oh, I learned scan. I don't think this game has like a completion for scanning enemies, if that's the case. I could try though. Unlock the door. Nothing here. Something here? Come on, read the fucking diary, Aya. Aya! There you go. A diary? November 3rd, Monday. The Christmas show is set. This has been my dream. The main actress has a solo concert at the theater in Central Park. I took all the medication to get here. I have to get the lead part. I'll even sell my soul to the devil if I have to. November 17th. The cast was announced and Suzanne and I are double cast. I want to play the part alone, but everyone knows she's good. November 21st, Friday. I think I am overdoing it. My body's getting hotter, hotter than ever for some reason. I'd better take some more medicine. And yeah, my voice is actually starting to crack a little bit from dehydration. Fortunately, I have a Red Bull with me. I shouldn't drink that, you know. I should be getting ready to go to bed. I'll probably save this for tomorrow. December 6th, Saturday. I collapsed today. I lost consciousness after my body got hot. I don't care if I die. I just want to get through this show. December 10th, Wednesday. I passed out again. They told me to go to the doctor and get some rest. If this continues, Suzanne will definitely take my part. I need to get better. I'd better take a lot of medication tonight. Oh my gosh, she's going to overdose on whatever she's taking. December 11th, Thursday. Suzanne was burned in an apartment fire. Oh my god. What is this? Black Swan or I don't know, Perfect Blue? Is it bad that I want? Is it because I wanted to be the part so bad? God, forgive me. December 17th, Wednesday. It looks like I'll be the lead. I'd better take more medication and work it. December 23rd, Tuesday. Opening night. Everything went smoothly. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. We should have the biggest crowd of the season. And I have the solo concert the next day at the park. But I'm not feeling well. I'd better shape up if I want to get through this. I'd better take more medication. For what? Why is she taking so much? She must have a drug problem. Another key. Rehearse key. Oh my god, even Aya was losing her nerve, you know. I'm surprised Riley didn't try another joke. Like, I even forgot what he referenced at the beginning of the stream, but suddenly hearing and pronouncing Aya reminded me of the Ayaya meme. Ayaya, Ayaya, Ayaya. You know. It could be just Aya, you know. I'm Melissa. No! I am Eve. I'm getting hot. Nucleic domination has finally come to an end once and for all. What? Okay, there are monster fuckers, you know, like women generally are more of monster fuckers than men, but I do wonder Once again. The day for the mitochondria to be free has finally arrived. Wait. The day for the mitochondria to finally be free has arrived once again? Or she was just repeating herself like, once again, you know? But I was wondering, are there people who are thirsty for Eve in this game? Because I don't know, I have a little bit of fetish for hands, but her hands are, you know, a little too big, so I'm not into that. I like more girly, delicate looking hands. Fuck. Oh yeah, she has this attack which forces you to basically be still. Gosh darn it, lady. I'm trying to remember how Itzy Bailey did this fight. Damn. Fuck you. Oh shit. I'm going to die. And if you use your item... Whoa! Damn it. You lose your... Oh, really? Oh, come on. Stay away! Ah! Oh, she's right over me. Oh my god. Looks like you still need some time, girl. Oh, by the way, I think since she transformed into Eve for real, I can try to do my dummy mommy voice. But you know, once again, I'm not voice trained. What are you doing? Until your mitochondria is completely free. Mitochondria? What are you saying? I don't understand you. Yeah, you failed basic biology, I guess. Oh yeah, and my bot just filtered another bot. What? Where is this? Is that the little girl I saw? No, it's... that doctor. Wait. Mitochondria? To be free? Oh yeah, there's another hole here. We're going down in the hole. I think technically I could go back and talk to reinforcements, but let's just play the game as I am supposed to play, like semi-blind. More random battles with 3 rats. I'm completely unprepared for 3 of them. Oh really, Aya? Come on. What a trying to not land a critical. Oh my god, sit still. Oof. What was that? Another random battle? Come on. Oh, this time with that fucking toad. I should get rid of him as soon as I can. There you go, nice. If I'm not mistaken, some people can be so good at this game that they can do what is it called? Damageless run. You know, like no damage. If I'm not mistaken, Carcinogen was doing that a couple of days ago. A couple of days? No, a couple of weeks. So what is this? I have a better handgun now, or maybe... Could it be? Yeah, I think it is a better handgun. Would you look at that? Oh, really? Here? A random battle of all things? Oh, come on. Damn it. So, whether I like it or not, I have to go down. Okay. Let's go down then. You're that little girl I saw at the theater. Are you lost? Wait, little girl! Don't go! Let's see, there's a treasure box here, right? Medicine. Which I have to use, right? I think in a sense it's better for me to use the medicine outside of battle in general. Come on, I know I'm circumnavigating that treasure. Damn. Offense plus. Nice. And somewhere here is the other treasure. Just where? Holy shit, the depth perception here, it's atrocious. Ammo. Fair enough. I knew it. Oh, true frogs. So yeah, I remember whoa, saying something of the sort like, yeah, probably I'll accept donations sometime in the future. If you guys wanna help. Nah, it's okay, it's okay. Don't worry. Gosh darn it. There's a switch in an emergency phone. Let's use the phone. Because this... Select lot. So this is the game saying, yeah, you have a boss fight coming up, so... Save the game, girl! Save the game. I saved. And then... You can actually press... Damn it! You can press the switch. Eve! Hold it right there. Ah, my body. My body's getting hot again. Ha ha ha! I was ready to take me just by herself. Well, even if you did have more people with you, they just burn, right? Oh, wait. Was that me or? Ah, it was Eve. Everyone else, but you are. Tell me, Eve, why? Why me? Why am I the only one? You'll find out eventually. Even if you don't succeed, don't worry. Your mitochondria will. They've always known. I'm going to give you some time to think and some time to evolve. And the day shall arrive when you will awaken. Come on, you should say arise. So it fits the battle theme, but you know, awaken is fine too. Yeah, she just doing the T1000 through the grates. She's cool like that. And to fit with the game in general, we get a sewer gator. Or that's probably just an overgrown gecko, I don't know. There are 2 targets. Where's the other? Oh shit! Trying to overrun me. Holy shit, he hits hard. I have to actually heal myself? No. Come on, just maneuver. You little bitch, stop moving when I'm trying to hit you. Come on, I cannot get filtered by the... by the first boss. That would be lame. Use an item. Oh, thank goodness I actually healed. Damn it. Girl, save. Save, girl. Stupid shockwave attack. So what's coming? Like a second phase? Why? Another fucking miss? Get out of there! Let's use another heal. Where are you going, little man? Oh shit. Huh, this is easier than before because... Okay. Level up. But I don't think I actually got... Damn it! I got any decent... decent bonus point, right? Because I got hit so many times. And I got a Kevlar vest. When I will awaken? Just tell me what you want, Eve! We're live in front of Carnegie Hall, which has become a scene of complete chaos. Miss, you are the sole survivor of this horrible ordeal, correct? Until now, this combustion theory has been acknowledged only by the occult enthusiasts. Please, oh my god. Please, just leave me alone. This incident happened to the place on... This incident happened to... Oh, this incident happened to take place on Christmas Eve of all nights. I would like to represent the citizens of the city and interview you exclusively. Watch him get sucker punched. Are you crazy? Jim, did you get that on tape? Scram, buddy. Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Sorry I'm late, are you? Oh my god, what is this voice I'm trying to do? Oh my god. Sorry I'm late. Aya, are you okay? There was really something that happened back there. Yes. Oh, but my date. Um, heard from a cop that your boyfriend ran out of there like a wuss. Haha. uh, sorry your date didn't go well. It's not like that. I had him scarred me because he kept pestering me for a date. Oh my god, he was. Okay, it is wrong to call every single man who don't take no for an answer an incel, but yeah, that guy probably not the best one. Even though I know Aya is a cutie, men have to learn to take no for an answer. You know, no is a complete sentence. Shouldn't be pestering her like that. Yeah, of all places, the opera? There's a story. Huh. So why the opera, huh? Is that the in thing right now? Saw an ad in the paper. I don't know. Just caught my eye. Caught your eye, Aya? Don't tell me you were on to this case. Haha, so you finally got some cop instinct on ya, huh? Instinct? Daniel, shouldn't you be with your son? It's Christmas Eve. He knows his dad's a cop. My boy understands. Anyway, to change the subject, I heard things from people who were there. But this is one hell of an incident, huh? Mitochondria. Mitochondria? Symbiosis? When I was. When was I in the hospital? Hey, Aya, you asleep? Oh well. Don't blame ya, after all you've been through tonight. By the way, not that I'm complaining that she must be a muscle mommy, you know, because I have a preference for that. She kinda looks a little bit frail for a NYPD, you know, especially a cop. It all started with this incident, 6 days that were part of to become a hell. People will eventually forget and go on with their lives. But I will never forget it. It was pure terror, but it was also 6 days filled with familiar memories. Day 2 Fusion. Metroid Fusion? Probably no. And somehow. No, it's fine. I'm basically finishing transmission anyway. I don't think I'll be able to do 3 hours today anyway. And we're closing into 2, so don't worry. I'll round up to 2 hours and get going as well. So don't worry, Riley. Go have dinner with your family. Yeah, just 4 more minutes, but yeah, take care, Riley. Bon appetit. Oh, Riley, Riley. I think I instinctively am referencing Itsy Bailey way too much, but it was one of the things I was talking to Riley with Riley earlier today before I went to stream. Somehow I mimic and mirror people I like too much, you know. Remember like last week I was playing Star Fox 64 and I kept saying frick, probably like mirroring Patty, and now because the memories keep like resurfacing when I was watching Itsy Bailey, and yeah, feels weird, man. You know, it's like I don't know, watching a movie and instinctively like repeating the lines you think are the coolest at the same time. Feels like that though. I shouldn't be like that. It's such a childish thing to do. Uh, hey, you okay? You you ought to be resting. By the way, Aya's outfit, like the bomber jacket, the white wife beater, and the jeans and the boots. I think those are boots. Damn, I wished I look hot with those because I shouldn't be thirsting over such a simple character like that, but it's like a timeless visual, you know? It's so tomboyish, but sexy in its own way. I wish I looked good like that, you know? I wish I could, but I'm the only one who knows what's happened last night. You've been gathering some info, Melissa. She's got a relatives, and no close friends. Oh my god, she's a loner. Poor thing. She was sick often, always on some kind of medication. The people at the opera said they were amazed she could even stand on stage. Yeah, she was drugged out of her mind, guys. Her apartment burned down right after the incident, so we have no info on her medication. Well, that's convenient, right? So that's the spontaneous combustion stuff all about. Uh, by the way, those are real men. Like I shouldn't be doing like extra cartoonish voice for them, but it wasn't exactly spontaneous. People were actually set on fire. So I'll try to make more distinctive male voices, but you guys, shouldn't expect too much. Even though I am okay, here in my country, we don't say like, yeah, you're a theater kid, and I like acting, but I don't have any formal or amateurish training on voice acting. And you guys can actually notice how I try to do female voices, especially because I always keep complaining I'm not voice trained, I'm not voice trained. Someday I must put the effort. But yeah, I don't have experiences in doing more male voices that are not extremely cartoony, or with accents or something like that. Aw, come on. What? Like no one, like one of those ESP things? I'll just try to do small variations of my own male voice that I try to boy mode. I don't know. You guys have to be happy with that. That's the best way to describe it for now. ESP, huh? Well, I'm not buying it. And well, you shouldn't. It would be so cool if Parasite Eve leaned more onto the X Files like setup. Like I mean, I didn't watch X Files that much. I remember watching with my sister like more than 25 years ago. I'm sorry. Um, But I do remember watching like a couple of episodes at, it was Bloodberry Tarts server. I don't remember. Um, but I know it kind of flip flops with the paranormal and stuff like that, you know. But more of a, you know, more of a skeptic, you know. I know this game's pretty like, instead of paranormal, I know it's more like science fiction in a sense, you know. But yeah, I'm just talking out of my ass. You guys shouldn't, you know, take my opinion at face value, you know. I just know something of pop culture here and there. I should broaden my repertoire of stuff, you know, so I can properly say and not become a laughing stock. Uh, which ones those guys? But if you're right, how are we supposed to deal with something like that? I believe her. After all, I was the only witness so far. I mean, yeah. Do you think some pyromaniac was just like dousing people uh, with gasoline or oil and setting them on fire? No, it could be like some sort of freak accident. Like if you were to be like a devil's advocate for something, maybe maybe something in the air, like causing some ignition. I don't know. Uh, if you're gonna take on a suspect like that, you better ask Baker for a better sidearm. Baker? Wasn't the guys responsible for my weapons called Wayne or something like that? Oh, that guy. I read a, uh, I read a report. Still hard to believe, but we can't deny of those deaths. We're going to go all out to solve this case. Make sure you're well equipped. Oh, so yeah. Go down to the weapons department and give this permit to Torres. He'll help you out. Mod permit. Okay, so we can walk. Can we talk? Uh, Basically the same vanilla dialogue. Yeah, so this is the RPG showing, you know. Here? No. Here? No, this is just the office. And somehow the music cuts. Like, yeah, you just enter the big wig office. So no more cool sounding music for you. Where do we go then? And can I use the telephone right here? Oh yeah, I can. I don't know if there's something wrong with my totally legit PS1 console, but that should be flickering like a little more, right? To indicate that is interactable in the environment instead of just being like, I don't know. Oh, it is. It is flicking very faintly, you know. I remember the effects being much exaggerated in AC Bailey's Let's Play. Come on, if I can. Yeah, figure. It's the detection. Okay. By the way, this reminds me, I think, the OST, something like a dirge of Cerberus, you know, the um, spin-off with Vincent Valentine for Final Fantasy VII. I don't know if it is the same composer. I should look into it, you know. But it kind of feels the same. Has the same vibe, you know. Come on, you're not going to say anything to me? The hot blondie trying to strike a conversation with you? What a case you have on Christmas, huh? Just that? No, just go back to NYPD. Oh my god. 17th precinct. Okay, so this is how I get out of the precinct. Okay. New lady? Or are you just a very thin guy? Oh my god. So you're Kathy, the weapons department? You didn't hit your head last night, did you? It's right downstairs. Oh, come on, Kathy. Don't be Kathy with me. Kathy be Kathy. Oh, come on. That's a briefing room, I guess. Sorry for my accent, by the way. By the way, viewers, it's just that, yeah, not only I'm not voice trained, I didn't train my accents as well. Maybe someday. I have collected a bunch of books about it. I think I'm just lazy. Or maybe I should say I am most definitely lazy. Authorized personnel only, weapons department. Oh, this is a dog kennel. Hope nothing bad happens with those dogs, you know? It's kind of funny because in real life they are more in danger of being assassinated by their own policemen than, you know. Of course, not a mitochondrial monster is going to show up and eat the fucking dogs, but you get what I mean. I love to just watch them. I always come here after my shift to relax. I'm sure you do, buddy. I'm sure you do. Woof woof. Okay, so I think this is like a huge tutorial for, yeah, you can actually, fuck, damn it, sorry. You can modify your weapons or something like that, like do bonus increase or something like that. Hey there, good looking. Cut the crap, Wayne. Where's Torres? That body? Who knows? What it will be? Shotgun? Rocket launcher? Wayne! Yes, sir. Poor Wayne. He's just a grease monkey. And I know how it is, like, liking to modify stuff. Idiots like you are the reason guns won't disappear from this country. Get your ass back to weapon storage. You're far from ready to be handling guns in here. Okay, okay. Sheesh. Damn, Aya looks so fucking cool. I wish I was her. Uh, Therese, I need some equipment for last night's case. It was quite a mess. But as long as cops rely on guns, criminals will too. It's a vicious cycle. I hate to hand a weapon to a young cop like you. Yeah, and this is how you see like the game is Japanese instead of American, you know. Like using guns uh that's detestable, you know. Come on, it's the United States. They love guns more than they love their own mothers, you know. But I hear this isn't your ordinary crook. Guess I can't send you off empty-handed. Yeah. Here, this is the most powerful gun I can allow you to have. Which is a fucking assault rifle, you know? It is an assault rifle, not an assault weapon. I know some gun people in the United States hate the fake denomination of assault weapon or something like that, but the term assault rifle still exists, you know. And if I'm not mistaken, the AR in like the AR models, it is not like assault rifle, it's something like denomination of Arma Light or something like that. I'm not going to pretend I know something that I barely have, you know, knowledge on, like understandment, understanding, not understandment. Oh my god! But I try. Um, I'm just not like arrogant about it, you know. And if I'm talking like insane stuff, you guys can always correct me, you know. Once again, I'm not American, as you guys can tell from my accent. Captain Baker already notified me. Show me your show me your modification permit again. Uh, where is the permit? Here it is. Which gun? That's funny. Look, I think it is a waste of time to modify the M84. So why not modify add slot? Uh, no, cancel. All right, just wait here. Yeah, let's modify the gun that the guy just gave me. Why not? It feels like the winning strategy instead of wasting on like the base weapon. But just remember, cops own the guns for protection. Don't let the guns own you. Yeah, only a fool trusts his life to a weapon. Psst, don't tell tourists, but you can use your tool to tune up your guns. You can rearrange equipment parameters and added effects to tweak your equipment. I can show you some cool tune-up techniques. Oh, I see. Thank you, Wayne. Tune-up icon. Using the yeah, I think this is basically like the tutorial I read at the beginning of the stream. Using the tool item, you can add or remove parameters and added effects on your weapon or armor to create or customize equipment. If you remove an added effect from weapon or armor, that equipment will disappear. Oh my god, really? Hmm, okay. The number of added effects can be attached to a piece of equipment is determined by the number of slots on that equipment. You can increase the number of slots by getting your equipment modified at the NYPD weapons department. But if I'm not mistaken, that basically destroys and you have to have like a super tool or something like that, which I remember from HC Bailey's Let's Play. But yeah, just let's play more and see where it goes. By the way, yeah, this is a first play. Uh, for my experience, it is a first playthrough. I know some details of the plot here and there because I watched Itzy Bailey. By the way, I should shout out him, right? I think his channel is Itzy Bailey Live. I can I can check it out. And I think I recently followed him on Twitch as well. Oh my god. Let's see. I could be wrong. I have to check it out, okay? Just give me a sec. And I'll be right back with you guys. I just need to make sure I'm getting the username right. Yeah, AC Bailey Live. Okay, here's the shout out to the legend. Uh, you got it? Trust me, you can never have too much firepower. Of course, can't use them without bullets, so you better make sure you always have your club. Yeah, it's basically like the melee weapon if you happen to use all your ammo. Just in case, you know? Now, why don't you leave this stuff you don't need with me? Um, so we have store equipment, discard junk, and cancel. So yeah, just basically the NYPD station here is your huh is your headquarters, you know. I think I can go back and save the game. By the way, isn't it crazy? I think in a couple of years, Etsyberi will be doing his Let's Plays for almost 20 years. I mean, he sometimes pops up on Twitch, like to play and play test, but he's a YouTube legend. I love that guy. I essentially, and I told him when he was streaming, I learned to listen, you know, basically all my listening skills in English are because of him, you know. Basically he's the reason I learned English. I remember the first videos I watched of him, I could barely understand what he was saying, so it was more guesswork. But then I went to English school as a second language and started developing even more, you know. So not only I owe him all the jokes that I steal from him, but also my sense of humor and the fact that I speak English today. So yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. I'll probably continue playing the game more on upcoming streams. And okay, I will not make any promises. I shouldn't promise like, yeah, next stream we are going to play Signalis. Yeah, that would be a lie. And I don't want to jeopardize the trust I have with my very scarce viewers for nothing, you know. It is just that I've... How can I say this? It is not that I got tired of Signalis or burned out, it's just that Signalis is a game I love so much. I wouldn't dare like do a rerun of the game unless it is like decent or perfect. And I felt when I was doing my Pixel Perfect series, I felt like a huge disappointment because I spent like 15 minutes running in circles searching for the blank key and not just the blank key like Riley made fun of me the other day. It would be a cute emote though, having like Elster holding a blankie, you know, like a child. But yeah, and I felt like I disappointed myself and you guys as a viewer. And not only that, I have to do basically the entire quarters again on stream. So, oh, it's a pain. As much as I love the game, it feels like a chore, you know. And I don't want to turn my favorite game into a chore. But I don't know, maybe someday I'll get back to it. No promises, you know. Especially because I want to hunt all the other endings, just like Dawn does, you know. He's one of my heroes, modern heroes of this stage in life I am. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see if there's someone for us to raid. Let me just go to the end stream scene. Besides, I'm getting a little bit hungry as well. So, who do we have here? You guys know I don't like raiding big people. So, I like helping my friends. There are exceptions though. I know you guys are on my throat about that. Like, and yeah, I wish I could raid Patty more often, you know. But if I don't have much of a choice and she's not online, I could raid into my smaller friends, you know. Oh yeah, I tried raiding into Guns the other day and his Twitch channel is actually locked. So I was like, yeah, let's raid him. So unfortunately we cannot raid him, you know. Maybe Dave again? The only reason I can actually, damn it, I can raid into Dave, it's because he's Australian, you know, just like Riley. So even though it is basically like early morning for me, for him is like late at night basically. It's kind of sucks having different time zones like this, you know. But it's the reason why Riley can be my co-commentator even though I'm deep into the night. It's because for him it is not so late, the night is just starting. But yeah, let's raid Dingo again, I guess. It's what we have for today. Because okay, there's Big Tall Not Small VODs, his VOD channel, but I don't think I can aggregate anything into raiding his channel. So let's raid into someone that is actively playing the game, you know. Besides, I'm really interested in his permadeath runs of Last of Us. I wish him the best. I wish him his success into this effort. Someday maybe I'll raid other big people, you know. Because another guy I like and I used to watch a lot during my depression years was Proton John, and he I should amend she, since she started transitioning a couple of months ago. She is now a sister in arms, you know. So not like T for T, of course. T for T is relationships, you know, but I would like to show some appreciation to her, you know, to Claire. I wonder when she'll change her username on Twitch, like Proton Claire or Electron Claire. I don't know. Maybe it's brand and she can change, but maybe someday. I don't know. But I really, really want to show some appreciation because back when I had my huge depression streak, uh, almost 10 years ago, I binge watched a lot of her streams, you know, especially because she plays a lot of retro as well. But for now, I am too shy to raid into her, so we are going to dingo. Where's my stuff so I can send you guys there? Dave underscore dingo. And yeah, sorry for the short stream, guys. As usual, take care of one another, hydrate. If you have the time and are able-bodied and have money, do go to a gym because it benefits. It does good to the mind as well as the body, you know. And trans rights, of course. And boys and girls and everything in between, boys and girls. I'll see you guys someday soon with probably some new game or returning to Signalis, maybe. Sorry for suffering some incredible anxiety. I'll promise I'll try to get better, but without further ado, let's drop you guys into Dave Dingo, okay? Bye, and